Hi boys and girls, today you are starting with time. So we're going to give a little reminders about our clock. We have an hour hand and a minute hand. If you want, I had put in your lesson, if you want to make a paper plate clock, you can. I used a piece of paper and I didn't have a fastener, so I ended up trying to use a paper clip and I taped it on the back to try to make it stay so it's the best that you can. Or you can just use a minute and an hour hand cut out of paper and just move them, which we'll just do our best. It might be a little bit hard, but just as a reminder, each number helps count the hour, but also it counts the minutes. So number 1, after all these minutes have passed, if this minute hand is on number 1, that means 5 minutes have passed. 2 is 10. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then the 12 can count as 60, meaning a whole hour went by and it starts the new hour, so it can kind of count as 0 too. So when you use the hour hand and the minute hand, the hour hand is shorter, just like the word hour is shorter, and the minute hand is longer, just like the word minute is a little bit longer, so that's a good way to help remind you which hand is which. So don't forget, the hour hand points to the big numbers. The hour and the minute hand, I know clocks don't usually have these numbers here, but they're here to help you guys learn. The minute hand always points to the minutes. So if I have my hour hand is maybe there, and my minute hand is there, the hour hand is pointing to 7, and since the minute hand is after the 12, we have 5, 10, so it's 7, 10. Once the minute hand moves, the hour hand moves at the same time and it gets closer to 8 o'clock. So right now, since it's not reaching the 8 yet, it's still 7. It's supposed to move a little bit. And halfway past is 30, because half of 60 is 30, so it's about half past. We're halfway there. And it also counts as 30, so it's 7:30. Once the minute hand is getting closer, it's getting closer to 8 o'clock. It's hard to move with the, there we go, with the paper clip. The closer that our minute hand gets up to the top, we'll just have to do our best with this. If it points up here, your hour hand is going to be even closer to 8 o'clock. All right, let's see if we can try it this way. There we go. So it would look like that. So it's almost at 8, and if you notice, the minute hand is almost a whole hour past. Once it gets to the 8, the minute hand will be perfectly on the 12, and it would be 8 o'clock finally. So like I said, we just have to do the best with our materials. My paper clip kind of works, but it's a little bit hard too. Okay, so they're going to use some new vocabulary words with you guys today. So I colored my clock into 4 sections. So if you think of money, actually, we know that 4 quarters equals $1. So it equals the whole thing. Now, even though this isn't 100, 60 minutes is the whole clock. So if you divide the clock, you have 1 piece here, 1 piece here, 1 piece here, and 1 here. So the words that they use is, if you go with your minute hand, one of those sections, you've made it a quarter past the hour. So this would be a quarter past 8. You can say 8:15, but these are just some words that people use while telling time. So you can say it made it a quarter past 8. If you go halfway past the whole clock, this whole thing is half of the clock. So you would say half past 8. Now when you get up here to the 9, instead of saying 1, 2, 3 quarters past 8, that is a little bit long. So the way that they say it is, there's only 1 more quarter until 9. So you say a quarter to 9. That means it's coming. Only 1 more quarter until we get to 9. So some of the words you'll be using is half past, which means we've gotten past the whole first half of the clock, because 30 is halfway to 60, so if it gets through the whole thing. Another way of saying, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30 would be half past 9 or half past 8. And if you get through one of these sections, you would say a quarter past, or if you're over here at 45 minutes, you only have one more quarter to go. You would say it's a quarter to your next hour. Alrighty, have fun today.